You're watching KETK's East Texas Living with David Gibson.
Welcome back. It's not just Veterans Day, it's Veterans Week. Joining us now is Travis Gladhill with Camp V, and today we're going to be learning about his journey all the way to this organization. How you doing today?
Good, David. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. So we got to ask you, what branch of the military did you serve in, and when did you serve?
I served in the United States Air Force for 22 years. I originally enlisted in 1996 and retired in 2018.
Yes, sir. And so whenever you were sitting there as a kid or as a young man, what made you decide to serve our country?
Well, I lost an opportunity to go to college, and I came from a military family. My grandfather served in World War II. My father and all of his brothers served during Vietnam. I had some cousins that served during Desert Storm. And so it was just that, you know, if you can't go to college, you know, but you still want to get out of town, join the military. They'll make sure that you have a one-way ticket to somewhere.
Yes, sir. So share with us about your time in the Air Force.
I started out as a vehicle mechanic. I basically worked on everything that stayed on the ground. So anything from fire trucks to aircraft, you know, refuelers and de-icers. My very first duty station was in Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, 9/11 happened, and I was a first responder over at the Pentagon on 9/11. After that, I put in a package to join Air Force Special Operations Command and got accepted, and that's when I went down to Fort Hood and was part of a TACP squadron, basically attached with the Army, providing close air support. So all the A-10s, F-16s, bombers, and so did that for several years. I did 6 combat deployments, 3 in Iraq, 3 in Afghanistan, and then 4 combat support deployments. And then after several years of doing that, I got told, I didn't volunteer for this one, I was told by the Air Force that they were going to put me in a different career field, and went into education and training management. So I went from turning wrenches and helping coordinate airstrikes to sitting behind a desk and learning how to type. That was definitely a different transition, and so I became a training manager and got embedded into several different types of units. Actually did very well within that career field and got selected as the Director of Education and Training for Air Force Reserve Command. I was still active duty, but got selected for that position, and then that's when I retired out of Colorado as Director of Education and Training for Air Force Reserve Command. So it was definitely a journey over 22 years.
Yes, sir. And so, you know, we all know you work with Camp V. How'd you kind of hear about Camp V and kind of get involved?
Camp V, who's that? Oh. So after retiring from the Air Force, we moved down here, and I took a job as a career success coach over at UT Tyler. And part of my job was to help students find employment, find internships, and I got a phone call one day about a nonprofit organization that was just starting up looking for an intern. And so they asked me to come out and talk to them about how the internship program works. And of course I was interested because it was, you know, focused around military. And so I went out there and told them, you know, how the internship program works. Some way, somehow, I wound up walking out of that meeting as a board member. I'm still not quite sure how that happened. That was back in 2018, and then in 2021, I had come vice chair of the board, head of several different committees, and the board asked me to step down from the board and come on as a part-time role for Camp V, help with the then executive director. And so I did that, and that lasted all of 2 weeks. Then they came back to me and said, "We'd like you to be full-time," and I said, okay, and that lasted all of about 2 weeks. And then they came in and said, "We'd like you to be the next executive director." So just like the military, it's just kind of like, hold on, and here comes the hurricane. And so been the executive director since 2021.
Yes, sir. And if someone's out there listening right now and they want to sign a loved one up for Camp V, how do they go about doing that?
All you got to do is call us or walk in or send a carrier pigeon. You know, no matter what, you don't even have to call and make an appointment. You just come on in, and we can definitely assist that veteran with just about any and every need that they could possibly have, whether it be with VA benefits to transportation, emergency financial assistance, peer groups, you name it, we've got it right there at our beautiful 20-acre campus out there.
All right, Travis, thank you so much for your time and telling us about your journey. And thank you so much for your service.
Good to see you again. Thanks for having me.
For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.